Welcome back, I'm John F. Gately. So as I predicted last week, Kevin McCarthy's plan to distribute the January 6th video only to Tucker Carlson has spun up a bunch of its own mini conspiracy theories. Let's take a look.
Democrats on Capitol Hill are raising real and loud security concerns after House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has apparently decided to hand over reams and reams of surveillance footage from the January 6th Capitol riot to Fox News host Tucker Carlson and his associates. The Fox News editorialist says his team is spending the week looking through those thousands and thousands of hours of footage. Meanwhile,
did you hear how they referred to Tucker as a editorialist? Certainly not as a journalist, but as an editorialist.
What can you tell us about Democratic concerns about this video release and what it may portend?
We have a week now where Congress is again arguing over January 6th, more than 2 years later. This is a dispute and a controversy completely of Congress's own making.
Keep in mind, it's been the Democrats that have kept January 6th in the focus through their sham committee over the last 2-something years, right?
Democrats had an emergency briefing this afternoon, part of a previously scheduled meeting, where they talked about what security vulnerabilities exist because all this video has reportedly been released by the House Speaker to Fox News, this 41,000 hours plus of January 6th police video. I spoke with a member who was in the room today who says there are two big unknowns.
Here come the conspiracy theories, which could be avoided if, as they did what I suggested, is just post all of it and let everybody have at it at once, crowdsource the whole thing. But now we're ginning up conspiracy theories. Listen.
Was anybody chaperoning this Fox News team as they watched all this video? Did they log in or log out? And were they able to record any of it while they were viewing it? No hard drives were given. It was all viewed in person. What Democrats are wondering is how much of it might have been recorded or kept. This
guy is supposedly a journalist. He's got no basis in fact to make that allegation. He's just reporting that somebody who he doesn't name is raising that question. You gotta have higher standards, CBS.
Is one of those situations, Major, where the journey feels more important than the destination. No matter what is done with this video, the distrust that has been sowed by its reported release may be the most defining part of this controversy.
Ooh, that was very important. Basically, what they want to do is get you all wound up and the liberals left all wound up about the controversy about who got the video rather than actually what's on the video. That's how they're going to try to distract people.
Questions about why would he do it? Why has he not confirmed it or denied it? And what's become of House Republican and Democratic relations because of it?
And was this part of the deal to make him speaker in the first place?
Was this something those hardliners, those Freedom Caucus members who at first withheld their votes from Kevin McCarthy to be speaker, demanded?
I'm pretty sure we already know that getting the video released was part of the speakership battle. We already know that, don't we? I'm pretty sure I know that.
Those questions could be answered if Kevin McCarthy were answering any questions about this. 48 hours later, he hasn't.
For his part, Tucker Carlson says this will be about finding the truth. We're not confused about what happened on January 6th.
Now, we already have at CBS News hundreds of hours of police surveillance video released by the Justice Department as part of their prosecutions in the nearly 1,000 criminal cases that have been opened.
Okay, make it stop. Make it stop. We have hundreds of hours, and right, we're talking 41,000 hours. You have hundreds of what the government wanted you to see. Then there's another 41,000 hours. So, remember, these are the same people that told us that the virus could not have possibly come from a lab. And if you would ever to suggest something like that, delete your account or we'll delete it for you. Now, the main line of attack appears to be that this is going to be a security risk and therefore they don't want the footage released. Here's Dana Milbeck.
Look, I understand why the other media are asking for the same thing. The truth is this doesn't belong in the public domain for anybody.
Nobody should have it. That's his solution, but not everyone apparently has gotten the memo because there is a consortium of media outlets who never wanted the video, but now all of a sudden they want the video because they don't want to be scooped by Tucker. And if you scroll further down on the CBS page here, you'll see that there's a group of outlets: CBS, CNN, Politico, ProPublica, ABC, Axios, Advance, Scripps, LA Times, a whole mess of people who never wanted the video before because, of course, the Democrats were putting out their story through the January 6th scam committee, but now all of a sudden they want the video, right? So get your story straight. Either you want it or you don't, or no one should have it. My feeling is everybody should have it. You can't avoid, obviously, the fact that this CBS webpage is brought to you by Pfizer. Oh, boy. You've even got Chuck Schumer, never at a loss for words, saying the speaker is needlessly exposing the Capitol complex to one of the worst security risks since 9/11. Do you think Speaker McCarthy would do? I'm with McCarthy. I don't think he's doing that. I think since January 6th, there have been a whole mess of security changes that basically this whole argument that we're releasing all the camera angles, I'm guessing a lot of those camera angles have changed and or have been supplemented by many, many, many more cameras. You can just assume that every square inch of that place is under video surveillance. And just to throw another angle on it, here comes Glenn Greenwald saying, so this will be the policy going forward now when a newspaper like the Times or the Post gets an exclusive from a government source, or when CNN or NBC get told what to say by the CIA, will they immediately share it with every other news organization? Good point, Glenn. Is this the end of exclusives? That's an interesting question. I'd love to see what you have to say in the comments on that. Now, lastly, McCarthy did tell the New York Times last Wednesday, I think, that after Tucker's done with his story, more of the video will be released to the public, I think, through the New York Times. So, more is coming. But, again, in order to avoid all this conspiracy and everything like that, just release all of it. Just release all of it. And remember that the entire argument about don't release any of it at all, and certainly don't release it to Tucker, is because the Democrats, in the big picture, don't want to lose control of the narrative about January 6th, right? This where it's all a big security thing is really just an argument so that they don't lose control about what January 6th means in the mind of the American public. And they definitely don't want, heaven forbid, there's something in there that disagrees with the Democrats' view of January 6th. They definitely don't want the American people to see that. All right, I'm John F. Gately from beautiful Plymouth, America's hometown in Massachusetts. Behind enemy lines. Have a great day. Bye-bye.